Hello and welcome to another episode of the NAmen Podcast. My name is Andrea and I'll be hosting today. And here we have Delfi. How are you, Delfi?
Great. I'm Delphi. Um, you may have seen me on the Hotline League episode or whatever, but went to semis. It was really fun.
And we have also John.
What's up? I'm back again. Resident EG social media intern, as well as UCSB esports and person. Haha, I'm tired.
And we also have a special guest today. Hello, Vincent. Why don't you tell everyone who are you?
Hello, I'm Vincent. I'm currently a senior at UCF playing on the A team for collegiate, and I'm also a Cloud9 training ground coach.
Oh, wow, that's so hype. So, Vincent, we have you here. I just wanted to know a little bit more about what it's like, your experience playing in collegiate and all that. If you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I'd say it's a positive experience overall since you get to get close with your teammates. But sometimes you have like really bad days and you're just like it just ruins your whole day and you don't talk to anyone for a while. But all in all, I'd say it's really nice since it helps you make connections with other people as well. Since especially the previous players who've like ended up graduating, they usually know a lot more people than you do, so you get to make connections through that.
I
True,
know
true.
everyone here, except me because I'm old, everyone here is in college, so I don't know if anyone in here has any experience with collegiate esports or has any contact with them. John, for example?
Yeah, so I go to UCSB and I'm the president of UCSB esports, and yeah, it's a lot because on my end I'm having to manage like I think right now we have like upwards of like 7, 8 teams, and
Wow.
we have way too many teams because we
That
support
sounds like a
like
lot.
we support a lot of games, so I have to help manage all that. Obviously, like it's really tough because on our end we're not school supported, so everything
Mm.
for my club is student ran, so really hard, but it's a lot of fun. I also play on the League of Legends
Oh,
team.
wow.
Not the main team though. I'm not good enough. I play on like the B or C team. I don't know. The situation's a little weird now because we just did tryouts, but yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of fun, and honestly has helped me to get connections and like get to where I am now in the esports scene.
That's nice. Delphi, does your school do esports?
Me and Vincent go to the same school.
Oh, I, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Do you see, we know each other very well in here. um,
So I literally told you this.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
whatever.
Delphi.
Yeah,
She's
UCF does have
trying. She's trying.
esports.
I.
UCF has esports. It's like a both like it's same thing as Santa Barbara, both casual and competitive.
Hmm.
I could not tell you that much about the competitive side though.
Did
That would
you?
be all Vincent.
Yeah. Did you ever try playing competitive in your school,
No.
Delphi?
Oh wait, I did. I did in high school. I did play competitive in high school.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not.
Basically,
It's
what
pain.
happened? What happened? My junior year, because I couldn't do it senior year because I had a job, and uh what happened was we were in playoffs and there was a long pause because somebody on their team like disconnected, right? And we didn't realize we weren't allowed to like play from home. We had to play at the school, like on school grounds. We didn't realize that. And then while we were talking to the other team, because we were destroying them, right? So we were just like talking, whatever. And um they were like, "Oh, you guys are playing at home." And we were like, "Yeah." And like we didn't know that we weren't allowed. They didn't know we weren't allowed. And they ended up telling their coach like what happened during the pause, and their coach got us freaking disqualified.
That's
I was
stupid.
so mad. Oh my God. Because we were all playing on like our setups at home. Because otherwise you'd have to play on like MacBook Airs at school.
Mm.
And we were actually like I've never seen like our team captain. I've never seen him more angry in my whole life. And like it wasn't even like it wasn't our fault. It wasn't their fault. It was literally their snitch ass coach's fault. Oh my god. Don't even get me started. That's my only experience in competitive league.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds a bit messy. um. Okay. Well, now that we have talked a little bit about that, you guys went to Worlds, right? Last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more about how that went?
Anyone want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I, uh, I went to, well, I wrote all about this in my blog, which you should totally go
course.
check out on my
Go
Twitter.
read Delphi's blog.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good. Totally well done. I totally didn't type it on the plane. It was really fun, actually. I went to like Hotline League and like the Riot tailgate, and I brought my cousin, and she didn't really know much about like anything because she doesn't really have any experience with that type of stuff. But she had a really good time. She only went on Sunday, but she had a really good time. Um, it was very, it was very fun. I had really close seats day one. The videos don't do it any justice because my phone sucks, but I could see Kanavi's face. Oh my god, I was freaking out.
Kanavi's
it was
really
really- it was-
round face.
Kanavi is so cute. Okay, stop. You can't get me started like this. You can't get me started on this. I had a really good time though. Both days are really, really fun. Good games. I was definitely falling asleep a little bit because I was staying up way too late.
I know the experience.
And I was, yeah. And I also stayed super, super late. Like I stayed home until like 4:15 on the first day, and it takes 30 minutes to get there, and we had to find parking, and we had to get in. It was a disaster. We ended up getting there late because it started at 5, and I missed the player introductions, and it was so sad because I really, really, really wanted to see the player introductions for JG versus T1. Okay, but overall I had a really, really good time, and it was fun, and I met contracts. It was super cool.
I think it's really cool that you can bring someone and they can enjoy it. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I brought my mom with me to Worlds, and she had a good time. So that's pretty cool. She seemed to enjoy it. Yeah.
Did you like Kaori when she met him?
What?
Did she like Kaori too?
She didn't meet anyone. Vincent, how about your experience?
Yeah, so I didn't fly to Atlanta, so I just like we drove there. So I went with a group of 7, and the drive was absolutely awful. Like, it was just so bad. But I mean, once we got there, we got situated. Atlanta was nice. Like, the number one thing I noticed was that, oh man, their weather. They actually have seasons. Like, that was just so nice. That was so nice. But yeah. So I went to the tailgate party. It was kind of boring. I'm sorry to say, but it was really boring. It's pretty much like carnival games, and that's it. I got a World's tote bag from it.
Did you get a picture with the cosplayers?
I did get a photo of cosplayers.
Nice.
And yeah, so the event was really fun. So I went with like people who didn't play League at all. Like, they didn't know anything about it, and they had like an amazing time. Like, just the crowd's energy, they just fed like they're just feeding off each other, and they were by the game 4 of T1 JDG, everyone's screaming in my group, like we were all losing our voices. And I got to get photos with Travis Gafford. I also had photo taken with Candice, the LPL translator lady. And I heard that Alorum was there as well, but I didn't get to see him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. And yeah, overall, I'm just really happy to go to a live League event for the first time in my life. It was just really, really fun.
Oh, that was the first time? Your first event was World? That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would host more stuff like near me, but
Southeast.
we're in Florida. Like we're in Florida. Like, come on.
Okay.
You're a T1 fan, right?
Yes, I am.
A big T1 fan. How is it seeing them live?
Dude, like, so I started the game in season 5, and that was the year of like T1 dominance, right? Faker, they did like, they only dropped one game throughout the worlds. Like, man, Faker, that's my goat right there, you know? Like, big Faker
Wait,
fan.
there was an
Been through
event
thick and thin.
in Florida that year.
Really?
Yeah, the MSI was in
Yeah.
Tallahassee.
Oh, damn, yeah. I was probably just too
Really?
young. I was probably too young to go by myself then.
Yeah, just remember that because I was trying to think of events in Florida, and they're having like 2, I think, and that
Yeah.
was one of them. And that's SKT wasn't that one.
Well, Andrea's also an old T1 fan.
Oh man.
I feel like
Okay.
everyone who's watched League long enough is at least somewhat a fan of T1.
True. At some point.
It's hard
maybe.
not to be.
It's Faker. It's just Faker.
So, something that you didn't mention, Delphi, is that you weren't on. Well, you mentioned it, but not in depth. It was you were on Hotline League,
Oh.
the live thing.
So yeah, I went on there and I talked about how I think the LCS should be treated more as an entertainment product and less like focused on world results. And apparently a bunch of people agreed with me, especially because I called out specifically 100 Thieves, who is actually like my favorite team, and my favorite academy team, but they just failed to do damn near anything for their players this year, which resulted in a lot of 100 Thieves hate. People were like, oh, their personalities are boring and they don't do anything, and I was like, that's not true. But like, I can't even point to any content this year that would prove them wrong, right?
Mhm.
And I just went on and talked about like the utter lack of content and the lack of world results. We're literally trying to put a foot on both sides, and it's just not working at all. So I went on and talked about that, and it was a really, really popular take. And I talked to like Shox and Emily Rand, and like Ashley King after like the show about it, and they all definitely agreed. And it was also posted on, like, Travis posted it on his Twitter, and then it made it onto the 100 Thieves Discord server and the subreddit and the 100 Talk Discord server, and it was really, really weird seeing my face on like the front page of Reddit. I don't like it.
Oh, so you had your 5 minutes of fame and you didn't enjoy it.
I'm an internet micro
Delphi's
celebrity
famous.
now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I'll give you my autograph.
Thank you. Please don't forget about us.
Don't forget us when you're famous.
Of course, I won't.
Okay. So, worlds happen, semifinals happen. First of all, my pickems are in shambles. I was in
My
the
pickems
top
are in shambles. Oh my
5%.
God.
I was in the top 5%, and I'm now a pleb with everyone else because
I'm looking at my chain right now.
Welcome.
Is anyone still in the top 5 here?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
Okay. In my defense, all my pick'ems have been pure cope. Like,
Same.
Did you have EG making it out?
I put all NA teams making it out.
Oh my. That is
You know what?
so cool.
Respect.
Like,
I just-
and then for Crystal Ball, I put EG winning worlds. Like,
No
Oh
shot,
my-
bro.
He's
You're
committed.
contractually obliged to do that,
It's true,
bro.
it's true.
I am
That's his
financially
contract.
obligated to cope.
You just sent a
No
picture. It's real.
way.
Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, pickems are in shambles. We all.
Comes in shambles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I want to say this though, I put Genji to win over DRX, but on game day, I bet on DRX winning. So
Okay, once I got to that
That's a little
stadium and
dumb.
heard the DRX cheers, I was like, I feel like DRX is gonna win this now.
Makes
Really?
sense.
yeah,
It was so loud.
I felt kind of bad for Genji because I didn't hear like a single Genji cheer.
Oh my god. So I was actually telling
Okay,
my
after that
sister and
fi-
cousin about Huh?
After that quarterfinal, I don't think anyone would
Yeah,
cheer
no.
against DRX.
But I was talking to my sister and cousin about this. The players can hear the cheers through the
Yeah, they
headsets.
can.
Mhm.
So I would feel terrible if I was Genji just sitting on stage hearing not a single soul in the auditorium cheering for me.
Yeah.
I would actually like I would be on stage crying because it was at least like I don't know, it was like at least like 15 DRX chants, and I think there was one Genji one at the very end when DRX is like 2 minutes away from destroying their Nexus. It was so sad.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it kind of sucks too, because like it's not like they hear it over like the headset. Like it feeds into the mic, so like they will hear it. Like
Yeah.
it's really loud. So
Unironic
like
crowd buff.
it's like DRX just had crowd buff.
I also feel like I don't know. I don't know about for you guys, but I feel like having been there in person, this crowd was the loudest
Oh
crowd.
my god, it was so hype.
It was the loudest crowd I've ever like heard. Like,
Okay.
I even went back to watch the YouTube stream and the Twitch stream, like the VOD.
Yeah, the
You
VOD was
can
crazy.
really hear the screams. Like
VOD
that
was
shit was
crazy.
crazy.
You guys ever been to a K-pop concert?
No.
No.
It was. Have you? Okay. There's. Hold on. I'll find the video. But there is a video of an 80s concert where they're performing with their mics, and there's a fan chant. It's like it's the Break That Wall fan chant in Gorilla, and they are literally louder than the performers. Like that's what it sounded like. It was insane. Hold on. Yeah, it was just like it sounded like a K-pop concert 24/7. It was cheering for everything. It was cheering for a red buff taken. It was cheering for like a baby Krug stolen. It was insane. It was so loud. I was having so much fun.
It sounded really fun. When I heard the same thing from other people who were there, that the crowd was really in DRX favor.
It was kind of rough for Genji.
Crowd buff is a real thing.
Even when it was happening, I just thought that Genji will eventually just win. I don't know, but I guess they didn't. How does everyone feel about this series in particular? Like, I mean, I know about the audience, but like this series in what happened in the games.
Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention that much to the game. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't paying attention, but I was
Yeah.
kind of like, it was kind of like, I was kind of like lost in the sauce. No, I was like kind of, it was kind of like I was there, but I was more feeling the crowd's energy than like actually really, really paying attention to the games like I would at home. And I was watching it, but I don't remember any. The most I remember is like the dude in the section above me who just kept starting these DRX chants over and over and over. I remember way more about like the actual crowd and the venue than I do about the games, so I could not help you.
I think. Oh, go ahead, Vincent.
I was gonna say I was paying a lot of attention to the games since so for like my first live event, I did bet on the games, you know, because I feel like, or at least for me, when I bet on the games, I get more invested in it.
Oh wow!
And
Okay.
yeah, I did some sports betting. I don't recommend this, by the way, but I just want to
Like
say,
stress. Sure, do it.
I just want to say, like Genji, they're frauds, man. Like,
Oh my god!
oh my god. No, okay, look, okay. I can explain, okay? Like I was watching the game, like I'm watching Doran just get like he got pissed on. He got pissed on by Kingen.
Oh my
I'm
God.
watching Peanut taking Dark Harvest on Graves and having 0 Dark Harvest stacks by 20 minutes. Like
Yes.
what is going on? Like I know, like they're actually frauds. Like they're actually frauds.
Did you see the Chovy Flash Rise ult?
Oh
Yeah. So
we all saw
apparently,
it.
apparently
Oh,
in
yeah.
like an interview,
That
he said
one
like
was-
there was either a visual bug or something because he thought he saw Varus like flash ulting. Like so he thought Varus could flash ult him, so he just had to flash an R immediately. But
Ah,
yeah, if
interesting.
it
I
was a
didn't hear
visual
that.
bug, that would have been that's pretty sad. But I don't think it would have changed much by that point.
It definitely wouldn't have, but people, oh my god, the guys behind me were so freaking rude. They were like, oh, like when Doran looked like he was about to cry when he was walking off stage, they were like, oh, cry, bitch. I was like, excuse me?
What?
Don't say
Toxic
that.
Calm
gamers.
down. Yeah.
And
Gamers.
Guess what the demographic was? It was like 30-year-old white man who had had a few too many beers. I was like, all right, it's enough. That's enough of that. Stop doing it. And they kept like saying like Chovy is shit, and like they were very unkind towards Genji players. And they also spilled beer on my bag. I was so
Oh, that sucks.
Disgusting.
That's
it was a
gross.
nasty beer too. I was
No,
I was
no.
gagging.
John, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about DRX Gen G.
Mhm.
There was another semifinal. There was T1
Mhm.
JDG.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the storyline wasn't as crazy, but like I didn't watch quarterfinals too closely, but like there was so much Rise. Like the Faker literally just solo brought Rise back.
No.
Like when like Rise was like garbage for like
Yeah.
the second half of this whole
It's
year. Like
impact.
what?
Faker's impact. So
Just
real.
Faker diff. It's not fair.
Okay. Okay. I guess we talk about the JDG gaming series. I think that's probably the most disappointing to me because I feel like, especially the last game, like it felt like there was a moment in which the
It's-
game broke, and it
JDG
just
gave
felt
up, for
impossible.
real?
Yeah, it was just so sad to watch. Like that last game, I just felt so bad. Like I had JDG as my crystal
Did
ball
not
pick.
have JDG. I had. Oh, you had them
Epic
like
2-1.
winning.
Yeah. So
I had
like,
Genji.
okay. So I was personally very disappointed. I thought they were a much, I don't know. I put too much faith in China, I admit. And it
No,
seems
This
like
okay.
is LCK's year.
this wasn't their year.
Is
How did you
Um,
feel, Delphi, about it? Because I know you are a fan of
I'm a
Kennedy.
fan of both. I'm gonna. I showed my mom the presentation I made for my
Mhm.
cousin for all new league people.
Mhm.
She said, well, I want to say it in Viet, but she she said Kanavi was like Yetung, which is like very, it's the way you describe like a child, how cute a child is.
Mhm.
And it was very cute. And then I sent my mom a picture of him live, and she was like, "Wow, he's so cute." And she is so right. It made me feel a lot better that like, because I was very, I'm a very cry easily person, so I cried on Sunday, and I was very close to crying on Saturday. But they didn't look too upset about it at their press conference, which kind of helped me not like
I feel like they didn't look
be
upset either in stage.
they
On
didn't look
stage,
upset on
yeah.
stage. They didn't look upset in the press conference, which was like it was a lot easier kind of dealing with that than it was on Sunday, especially because I'm such a big Genji fan. Like I'm literally looking at my Genji banner right now that's on my wall. It's it was a little easier to deal with than day 2,
Mhm.
but definitely was predicting JDG at least take 2 games, and to see them just roll over and die in the last game was so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, I thought it was going to 5 too. I was very surprised to see JDG just give up. Or like what felt like
Yeah.
they were giving up.
Yeah, it felt like they were just defeated and just accepting defeat there. Just
Yeah.
That's a little bit sad. Vincent, do you have any thoughts on this series?
Yeah, I mean, like I already knew T1 was gonna win, right?
I think everyone did.
I will say though, like from a viewer's perspective, I'm really glad that JDG like chose to go out that way instead of just bleeding out, because like they kept going for fights and
Yeah, for sure.
it was really fun to watch, even though I know it's probably not fun for them, but
Like they were having fun.
It's kind of like watching Game 4 of T1 versus JDG and then watching Game 1 of Genji DRX, where DRX are slowly bleeding out. I'm sure like the fans would rather watch the T1 JDG game just because they were still fighting and there was lots of kills happening.
Yeah.
Like even for my friends, like we were like kind of just like falling asleep in Game 1 of DRX Genji.
The Genji
so.
DRX
I fell
series
asleep.
took a little bit to start up. Yeah, it was a little bit boring at the start. Okay. It's so sad that we don't have Maxi today. She could have been talking
Miss
about
Guma used to
Resident
come too?
T1 fan.
Resident Guma Yushi stan.
True.
Guma
He
had a really
popped off.
good day. Yeah. Unfortunately, she's
Unfortunately,
not with us.
Deft out. You made it sound like she died. Okay.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds
sorry.
so
She's
bad.
not with us right now. She will be with
She's
us.
not with us.
Sometime soon.
She's no longer with us.
Damn. Just like that, huh?
Please
Uh,
don't tell Maxi I Can I kill her here?
Okay, I'll be Maxi for today. Wow, Guma had such a good series. I was so busy watching his player cam, I didn't even
Oh,
realize that
wow.
he was playing super well.
Oh,
Wow, I saw the pictures from the semifinals on the Flickr, and it was so nice. One of them is actually my background now, and I texted all my Guma UC Stan friends how hot he was and how good he was with his fingers. I mean, playing the game.
Oh, Maxi, is that you?
that's exactly Maxi.
I know. I don't speak. I'm not from the Philippines, unfortunately. But that's my best Maxi impression. I hope you like it.
It was nice. It was nice.
Thank you,
So we have a finals, guys.
Mr. Going to Finals. Hello, Mr. Going to Finals.
Yes. Yeah. I'm hyped. I'm literally going up to San Francisco tomorrow morning, so that's gonna
wow.
be fun. But yeah, I know that there's a bunch of stuff happening. Like, I know that like Golden Guardians has like a tailgate event. There's a Hotline League tomorrow. Just a bunch
You
of
going to
stuff,
Hotline
and like
League?
I'm hoping to. I like my friend's gonna be the one driving up, so but yeah, I hope to.
You gonna meet up with Arsh Goyle 13?
Probably.
Yes.
There's so many people to meet up with.
I know.
There's also
Like,
Numi.
Numi's going, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Numi's
she's going with
going.
Travis, so you
Arsh
might
is
not be able to see
going.
her.
Yeah, I just know like a bunch of people like
There's gonna be
are
a whole
going. Lots of
NAmen
Twitter
party
mutuals.
in there.
Yeah.
So you guys better take pictures.
Please take
Oh yeah,
pictures.
no, we will. We will.
Also, please take pictures of the pro players you meet because you guys. My only problem. It wasn't a problem with Atlanta. It was just not that many like things were happening in Atlanta. Like there was no teams, there was no activations, there was no merch
right, there
being.
was
I mean,
not like in New
yeah.
York.
So there was
CLG, and
there was CLG every day, and then
I haven't kept up. Who is like what teams are activating? Other...
Just CLG.
No,
Certainly
no,
could
no,
be 100 Thieves.
for San Francisco. For
It's
San
Golden
Francisco, I know
Guardians
Golden
and
Guardians.
Team Liquid, right? He's Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid's going, and then there's gonna be a bunch of just like pros there. I think I want to say Tenacity is going, and like a bunch of like I know him for sure, and there's like a bunch of players going. I think obviously like Double Lift and Sneaky and Meteors are gonna be there. There's gonna be like a bunch more people there than Atlanta.
EG won't be there, unfortunately.
Oh well. So who is
I mean, I
winning
will.
the finals, guys?
You
T1
Wait, what?
Who's winning?
No, don't say that. I want a DRX 3-2.
Oh, okay. So, okay. First, what do we want and what do we expect?
I expect a T1 3-1.
You expect T1 to win, but you want DRX to win.
I want DRX to. I want Def to hold up that trophy.
Does everyone here want DRX to win?
No.
Of course.
God damn.
It's been too long since Faker's held that trophy.
But it's
Def
been
has
never
never
since
held the
Def
trophy.
won.
That's fine. That's fine for me, though. Like,
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
like I expect a T1 3-0 just because of like the skill gap. But
That's what
I
people
think
said about Genji.
okay, I
Genji
didn't.
3-0-2-1.
I expected DRX to win Genji, but I think it could be a 3-1 for us like the series score just because if the drafts end up heavily favoring DRX, I could see T1 dropping a game. But like just from across the board, like King had to play against Doran and now he's playing against Zeus.
Yeah,
Zeus, right?
that's
Like
the
come on,
problem.
like
that is
come
true.
on. And then like Deft and Barrel, they're playing against Skuma Carrier, but I think Ruler on the Heads did play really well, but it just wasn't enough since their top side was like falling apart.
Ruler played really well.
Yeah.
Ruler.
And
Ruler played really well. The
and I don't
Hens was
think-
there.
I don't think Zeka will be able to do much against Faker
Oh.
because I think Faker was like willing to play like to get to neutralize Zeka, and then he won't be able to
That's
do much.
fair. Yeah, because
And
Chobi
then-
kind of like tried to skill match up him though.
Yeah.
Like
and
tried to
then
outhand him.
Owner, that's my man. That guy is really good. And, like it doesn't show because like he's like a bro. Like he gives every kill to his teammates, but
He
I
plays
think
the same way
Bro.
Peanut does.
Wow.
I was really down on Peanut. I really think Peanut sucks. Like
Oh.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
know,
Oh
like,
my god.
I was gonna say I thought Peanut and Piosik were the two worst junglers left at like semifinals. Like Kanavi and
Oh,
Canyon were
yeah.
the two best, and then
Well,
Owner was
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
right there.
Yeah, I think
difficult
people
to say.
people agreed.
That's not unpopular.
That is
I mean, people thought Piosik was like the worst jungle in the LCK, so
Yeah.
it's not unpopular to think he was the worst at semis.
Yeah, I just don't see how DRX can win. So
I'm gonna
but if
argue the
you
other way.
Oh, go for it,
All right.
John.
So full cope. So if I'm wrong,
it's
whatever.
okay. It's
But
okay.
DRX 3-0 easily. Watch.
Oh
Okay.
my
baby.
god,
Let's
what a
go
prediction.
matchup by matchup, right? Top
Okay.
lane, Kingen, all reliable. He will always he'll at least go even, right? So you don't even have to worry about top lane. Jungle, Piosik, Piosik will just get in owner's head by just out dancing him before the game start. Boom, over.
real.
Owner's gapped. Mid, we have Zeka, young prodigy. He's just Korean. He's Korean Jojapyun. He's Jojapyun but more Korean. He can actually speak Korean. Therefore, he will be Faker, right? And we go to bot lane, right? That's Guma versus Deft. It's Deft's last dance. Deft is gonna win. He has the crowd behind him. He has the narrative behind him, and he's just good at League of Legends. And then Barrel's a Genshin addict. He wants anime girl skins, so he has to win worlds.
Did you guys hear about Barrel before semis? He was playing Honkai Impact on his phone.
Yeah, see? He has anime girl gotcha buff.
I didn't know
If
that
he,
was
Barrel
a
can't
thing.
lose.
I didn't know that
yeah,
was a
he
thing.
played,
I'm
he
gonna be
played
honest.
Honkai on his phone before semis. So if he plays Genshin on his phone before Worlds or before
Yeah.
finals, I think you're right. I think they win.
Yeah, no, Barrel
Area
will win.
who?
He already has the presentation that he's gonna make to his teammates, convincing them to do anime
Everybody
girls.
gets anime
So
girl
all
skins.
anime girl skins based on Genshin characters. That way, he can have more anime girls in League of Legends.
So
Therefore,
yeah,
DRX
I'll
3-0.
buy every skin.
DRX 3-0 easily.
Okay. I honestly
Argument backed by facts and logic.
do not
True.
know what to think. I do feel like DRX have a lot of momentum going into this one. And obviously they have the crowd behind them. But yeah, T1 is really good, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to go with T1.
Let's go.
But maybe it's good that I go with T1. I have been failing all my predictions lately, so it's good for DRX, I guess.
Oh. Anyway.
So, okay. That's the world discussion. So, there's a lot of stuff happening right now, but not a lot really. Maybe for LEC. LCS news have been very slow,
Except for the
We-
Cloud9 news.
but we have
mean-
had some interesting moves happening, yes.
Vincent, did you see
Specifically,
Cloud9 moves?
Cloud9.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how to feel about it, but Cloud9, they've always done this type of move, right? They just drop a veteran just to bring in two random rookies. that no one
Random.
knows.
Two
Or,
literal randoms.
Okay,
I don't want to say random, but
do not feel-
unknown to the NA scene. But
Yep.
yeah, but I don't like the move, but I trust them enough to let the just see where it goes.
Okay. Our lovely friend Maya, as Andrea puts it, couldn't be here today. So she gave me a full script that I have to read out.
Maya has
word
a lot
for
of
word.
Oh my
feelings.
god.
Oh, Maya's very
A lot of feelings
she's a big
about
copy
T9.
fan, so she's
Yes.
a bit incensed
So
over
let's
this move.
let's
Okay.
listen to what Maya had to say.
My thoughts on the C9 moves 24 hours later.
It's not 24 hours.
Well, she meant to say 12 hours later.
Yeah.
First, C9 as an org historically has not been afraid to promote rookies. If they're holding out on Copy 3 splits in a row, they're not being conservative, they just don't believe in him. Really pray he finds another LCS team, more of 100 Thieves or TL than a Dig and IMT. Secondly, if as an org you're going to import players, I'd rather it be hungry rookies than has-beens who are more than a year removed from their prime. Now for MNS and Diplex. I don't care if I butchered that. General consensus on MNS is this guy gapped literally everyone in ERL, but was toxic as Chernobyl waste. To that end, C9 has successfully rehabbed multiple such players before, including Jensen and Shaden, among others. So I'd hope they have this under control. As for Diplex, he apparently went into 2022 as a presumptive best LFL mid, and at one point he was even considered for the Vitality starting spot that if perks had not worked out. He did not live up to those expectations at all. Nonetheless, many teams have had success with rookies that were considered unsuccessful in Tier 2 leagues, from ERL alone. Flackid, who won LEC, was approximately the best ADC when G2 picked him up. Unforgiven, LEC first All-Pro, was consistently 4th or 5th when Mad picked him up. VTO, the LEC MVP, had a definitively underwhelming ERL resume outside of spring 2020. Maybe Diplex can join that list. Let's see how things shake out.
That was a lot more calm than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I expected a rant.
Yeah, I think she is on the same side as Vincent, where she's like trying to like trust in the systems, but apparently, well, no, let me not spread rumors, but apparently the only thing I've heard on the internet from like LEC Twitter mutuals and stuff like that is that MNS or whatever his name is like super, super toxic. That's all I've heard. So,
Maybe that's what we need.
Maybe it's what we need.
C9 likes their toxic players.
Maybe we need
True.
C9 breaking
I don't know why, but like
Labra's
they
too
had
chill.
Malice just this year, right?
Oh, did you know
Yeah, they had
that
Malice.
MNS came from Genji Academy?
Yeah, he did. I did know
Oh,
that.
Korean imports,
Yay.
It's not okay.
technically.
Also, this is like completely unrelated, but does anybody remember like the very short, or not short, but the Malice Yan Ayla beef?
No.
No.
What was
yes,
it?
I do remember it.
It basically Malice, like so Yan was trolling in champion. Well, he wasn't trolling, but he did really badly in Champions Queue, and Malice basically like didn't. He was full health on Mordekaiser, didn't block a Caitlyn ult that killed Yan, and then he got banned for that and some other stuff. And he also said like he would intentionally run it down if Ayla ever played a certain pick again. And then he tried to go on Twitter and this is all from Boostio's POV. So if anything is wrong, blame him, not me.
I see how
Basically, he tried to play the victim and say like, oh, like this stuff is why I got banned. It was banned for like just stepping out of a Caitlyn ult. And then Jan was like, oh, it was so much worse. And then like he defended Ayla, and then everybody was like, oh my god, Jan's right. Malice was like toxic. I remember Shenyi muted him at some point in Champs Queue. So it was like a whole thing. I don't even know how that shook out. I think Malice was too embarrassed to continue the argument. Okay, Vincent, what did you hear about it? Because that's what I heard.
I just remember, I remember the not blocking the Caitlyn ult, and then I remember, I think it was Yon. He was taking Malice's camps, and Malice like used Smite to secure them.
Oh no, well, yeah, he was taking. I think it's because Malice was smiting cannon minions.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I didn't go too much into that drama, but yeah, I don't know.
Well,
League drama is so
sounds
funny.
like CQ drama to me. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
like
I don't get too involved.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't
anyway, that
know
was
how
completely
to
unrelated.
feel about the C9 moves either way. Like, it just feels. Yeah, so C9 it always works out for them, right? But
Yeah, it does.
it still
eventually.
feels so weird. This is one of the weirdest things they have done for sure.
I think. Well, one of my LEC mutuals says MNS has alcohol problems. So
I mean,
Damn.
I don't know if alcohol problems, but he did show up to
Oh.
stuff drunk. That's
I did have a question.
Yes.
yeah.
With the news of these two C9 these new players, do you guys know if Sven is still an import or does he have his green card?
He's
Ben
a green
has a
card.
green card.
Sven
yeah.
has NA residency at this point.
Okay. Because I was going to say if he doesn't, then Sven might be gone as well. But
Yeah, that's why
Mm.
Sven was playing for summer split, but he couldn't in spring because he was
Yeah.
With
green
Summit.
card.
I won't be. I
Yeah.
would be surprised though if Sven stays with C9. I think he wants to play AD carry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't. They're never gonna drop Berserker core.
Yeah.
I thought summer Sven could play because they got rid of Summit, and then Jensen's already a green card.
No,
but he's
yeah,
still
they
I
only-
believe,
I
I
think
believe
Sven
he
got
was.
his green
I believe he
card,
was
right?
also getting it at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like, it just so happened that like he got his residency right when they dropped Summit and got Jensen. So
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
So other news that came out, well, rumors that came out this week was about 100 Thieves, in fact. I think
Oh, God.
Delphi is pretending they are not happening.
Is the rumors about Tenacity leaving 100 Thieves? Please, please don't do that. I'll be so sad if Tenacity leaves 100 Thieves. I think he is so good, and like within the next year, I think he could be like at least a top 3 top laner in the region. Because I'm gonna be honest, looking at the top pool, it is not that deep, and it would probably like top 3 would probably be like Fudge, Tenacity, and like Someday or Impact or something, right? Sven isn't a resident?
No, he is.
I
He
just
got his green card.
checked. I just checked. He is.
Really? Huh. Because I just looked at the global contract database, and
Yeah.
it says that he's not a resident. And this was last updated October 29th this year.
Whoa, what?
It's
I
It
weird.
doesn't
swear they
matter
said-
because his residency is North America. So if he's in the, maybe that was there before.
I believe they announced that like he got his green card,
Yeah.
but like yeah, it's
That's weird.
That
yeah.
is
Yeah.
I mean,
weird
like
that
right
it's in the
now, I don't
contract
think.
that it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see how things turns out for him.
Anyway, about 100 Thieves. There's rumors about Tenacity, and then there's also like a random rumor from a random account. So I'm not gonna take it, like I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt that like Busio was also being dropped, and I was like, if they drop Busio, like 100 Thieves is officially giving
yeah,
up.
I
Like
mean,
if they drop
they
both
probably
Busio and
shouldn't
Tenacity,
Be reading
They're
random accounts.
yeah, no, I know, but like the implications, like I mean, it already feels like 100 Thieves is giving up on LCS, right? The lack of content,
Yeah, we should mention the other thing that came out this week was
Closer
was
and
about
Abadage.
Closer and
That's
Abadage
probably
being allowed to explore
big
options.
deal.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
God,
right?
Please. Why? I don't understand. Out of anybody on this single roster, I would
Closer?
keep
Yeah.
Closer.
I don't understand that either.
I have to assume that like it's either Closer wanting to leave or they just can't afford him. And like, you
Yeah.
know, like I don't know how it's gonna because like Closer has been their best performing player in my opinion. Him and Someday have been their best
Consistently,
performing
yeah.
players.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure. So
it will be.
We'll see.
So that means basically, that means their top lane. Like, I mean, people were saying that if Someday wants to stay another year, like they might as well just sell Tenacity to like EG or something, and like keep General Sniper in Academy and just wait for Someday to either retire or go to military service, right? And apparently, like, I don't know what LCS EV meant, and also LCS EV, I don't think they're the most reliable.
No, LCS
in my
has a good
opinion.
source.
Yeah, but then they also said Copy was being moved up, and I know Maya's a bit upset about that.
So what happened there is that C9 changed their mind a lot last of season. I don't know if you guys remember
my
it,
God,
but
yeah.
C9 changed
C9
their pivoted their direction many times, and it was all under very little circumstances. Like something happened, and then they changed their entire plan, and then something happened, and they changed their entire plan. So it
they
is
screwed
very,
over my boy Niski before.
It is very exactly. It is very possible that that was in the cards at one moment, and then something
that's
happened
fair.
and changed. So like it's not
But
like the
honestly,
report was fake.
I listened to 2, well, actually, I listened to 0 rumors. I pretend, if I like them, I'm like, oh yeah, I came up with this myself. And then if I don't like them, I pretend they don't exist. So I'm not exactly a rumor person, but until Tenacity and Close on Abadage, and until they're like officially
the only
done,
thing that
I'm
Eve
never
said
gonna
was
be-
that Tenacity was
Tenacity's free,
It means
yeah.
basically that he's gonna be playing in LCS. It's free from being in academy. That's how I read
yeah.
that. So we don't know yet what team, but he's likely going to be playing in LCS, right? So that's good.
It's good, but I don't want him on a.
Wooloo is a very good source, unfortunately.
Wooloo is a good source.
So if he's saying that Closer and Abadage are given options, I will say that's pretty likely.
Yeah,
real.
Wooloo is like 80%, I think.
Yeah,
Above
so
80%.
that is
Yikes.
Closer
100
really
Thieves
is a
rumor.
surprising move from 100.
Oh, Abadage, I'm not surprised at all. Abadage has been performing like terribly, but like to say it in a nice way.
In a
But
nice way.
That was the nicest way she could think of.
I mean, what am I supposed like? What
No,
he
it's
played
okay, it's okay.
okay.
Don't
No, he
worry.
didn't. Anyway, He's been playing pretty awfully, and I would definitely understand why 100 Thieves would want to drop him because, um, you see people like you see 100 Thieves versus EG, and you see Abadaga versus Jojo Pin. I don't want to keep him either, you know. But I mean, it's really up to whatever they want to do because Papa Smithy,
Yeah,
who
that is the
is
thing that this is compounding, right? So we have the Papa
Papa
Smith
Smithy
thing,
isn't
and
there
now we have
anymore.
this. So this is all looking very, very shaky. We don't know what 100 Thieves is doing with their league team. Do they even care about their league team anymore? What does this mean? So yeah, it's a bit scary.
Yeah.
And then
It's a little uncomfortable as a 100 Thieves LCS
yeah,
fan.
as a fan of the 100 Thieves, yeah, the fans are not. Yeah. So also, Whipple was also rumored to be allowed to look at his options. So it means that TL is likely not running Whipple next year. So that is also surprising.
Oh, also Armao, TL Academy jungler is also looking for
Oh yeah, I
stuff
saw
in
that.
LCS or ERLs, which is really
I think for Whippo, I might be wrong on this, but I believe like on his stream he's mentioned that like he wanted to stay with TL.
yeah, he did say
and he
that.
likes and he likes North America,
didn't know
so
that.
like
Yeah, he
I'm
said
a
that.
little like I think that's just TL it must be TL cutting costs or something. I'm not sure
That's
since
what
I doubt it'd be
Whippo
him
has
wanting
expressed he
to
wanted to
leave.
stay.
people are saying that they want to cut costs.
Like I know Hansama wanted to leave. Hansama wanted out.
Oh yeah,
which is
of
why he was
course.
back in Europe like
Was
within the day.
With the G2,
Oh
apparently.
yeah. I don't care about LEC. Let's not talk about LEC.
Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently, there was a rumor that Viper would only go to Damwon and be their new AD carry if Damwon picked up
what?
Area.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And there's just no shot
Oh,
T1
it's so
ever
funny.
sells
It's
Area.
so funny because I saw the tweet, right, and one of the replies, Joe Marsh is like,
He was like,
Lamau,
no.
that's not happening.
I think it was like no LOL or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
something like that.
it's not happening. I'm sorry.
I
Carry
mean,
is never leaving T1.
I feel like just in general, off season's like kind of like in full swing. I don't know if you guys saw the other announcements of or the other rumors that have come out.
Oh, there's a rumor that
One,
Kanabi's out.
yeah, that's crazy.
I don't register
I understand.
new rumors from other regions. I just ignore them.
Yeah, I mainly pay attention to rumors from NA.
Yeah, same.
So like I think the two that I saw that I was like, oh damn, is the rumor that Danny is taking 2023 off and EG is looking at other options.
Oh, that came out.
And double F.
I completely forgot
Yeah.
that was an article.
Yeah,
I just
and
because in my mind, like, sure, like we have been known that. Yeah.
well, disclaimer. Like even though I work for EG, I'm just an intern. I don't get told anything about roster
Yeah.
decisions, nor do I have any knowledge or influence. If I did, I would not say. But
Yeah, sure.
like if Danny needs that like mental rest, and because he was not in the state to like play, then more power to him. I hope he recovers. I hope he like rests well, and if he wants to come back, like hope he comes back swinging.
Vincent, you a double F fan? Thoughts of the double F come back?
I don't know. I just think it was like kind of to be expected. Like he's a very competitive person, and every time you watch his coach streams, he's always like flaming our current NALCS ADCs
Yep.
and how. So I kind of expected it. Kind of expected him to come back because he probably sees this and he's probably like, I should not have
could do
retired.
better.
I could still
Yeah.
be at the top.
Saw a meme that was like, Double F saw all of these teams going 1-5, had to come back and show them how to go 0-6.
I did not see that. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Which
No way.
I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah.
T7
Yeah,
0-6 is a really unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, I know that I saw that Double Lift like I think in response Double Lift tweeted that like something about like, oh yeah,
Not
they're
trusting.
these are just rumors, don't trust like everything we hear. So like it might be that Double Lift like isn't coming back, but like
Yeah, he could just
I
be
would love
messing.
I would personally love for him to come back.
All I'm saying is I've talked to some people who have also said they've already heard about this before like it got leaked or whatever. So
No, yeah, I think multiple people reported this.
I
too.
also the only issue I see with Double coming back is how much of a pay cut he's willing to take. Because I'm assuming that LCS is gonna
I
be like
mean,
a
I think he's
Basically,
verbally stated he'd take a big pay. He's willing to take
yeah.
a big pay cut
He
because
said
he
he's
has
like
revenue from
taken.
streaming.
Yeah, he said he's taken
yeah
large pay cuts before in order to pay other people's
Yeah,
salaries.
yeah.
Like he said he took a pay cut to pay Impact salary or
So,
something.
I
but, like,
think
is he willing
I'm
to go to a team that's not going to be
No.
guaranteed top 3?
yeah. I think I'm more I'm more like concerned about like what team would he be
Mhm.
in because like he obviously wants to be part of like a good team, a team that can make worlds and hopefully do well in worlds. But
Double up to
like
China?
like there aren't that many teams. There are teams, but like because there's so many roster shuffles, like I don't know. Like
It's
I feel like
never
where Double Lift goes,
confirmed.
yeah, where Double Lift goes, I feel like is dependent on all the other moves first.
How are you
But at
feeling,
the same-
John, about EG double lift?
Oh.
Well, I'd be very hyped. I'd be very excited.
Really?
By that time, okay. See, the thing is, right? By that time, either I get extended by EG and my internship continues, or I'm not part of EG anymore because my contract expires. So like,
they're gonna fire you to pay double lift.
my-
please no.
And then
But,
you're gonna hate it. Nice.
But yeah, I think it'd be pretty exciting. Obviously, there are a bunch of options for EG to look at. There's Kaori, like, and from what I saw from Worlds and Chicago, like, Kaori played better than expected. But at the end of the day, none of this is on me. This
Yeah,
is
for
all
sure.
Angie Barton's. This is all Angie Barton's job,
It's
not
all
mine.
Andy's job.
Thank God. Andy's great, by the way.
He's
Andy's great. He's really cool.
Shout out to Andy. I am particularly invested in not having double lift in EG.
Particularly invested in not having double lift and 100 Thieves.
Yeah, so please don't make that happen, EG. You already know what my opinion is. Andrew, you already know what my opinion is on this. Please do not pick double lift. If you do, I may feel like quitting, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway.
Oh wow. Oh
But
wow.
anyway.
He said on stream that he doesn't want to go back, but I think after losing his mind, watching co-streams 2 years in a row, I think he will
Maybe. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Yeah, I mean,
It
we'll
will be
see.
fun for the LCS. It will be fun to have a
Yeah.
the flag.
I think it would be entertaining again, cause
Yeah.
like
Absolutely. It will be hilarious.
Guys, what about
It might-
NA Reckless?
Um,
oh yeah, I saw that rumor.
The Golden Guardians?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I saw there was a rumor of Jensen maybe going to Golden Guardians and Reckless going to Golden Guardians. So
Golden
like,
Gamers.
I have no clue what Golden Guardians' plan is.
They're
I'm-
trying to revamp their whole. It feels like they're trying to revamp everything in League.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, but I'm just like,
I don't
I
think
feel
that's
like
real, guys.
nothing is ever confirmed
Of course
until
it's not real.
until
Please
things
don't-
are signed.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh wow, these rumors are crazy, but they can't even sign yet. The season, like, World is still happening, so I'm taking everything with a grain of salt.
Okay. Well,
I think that's about everything about the offseason.
I think
So,
that is almost everything
Delphi?
about the offseason.
I'm gonna need you to talk about the new NAmen project that's going on.
Oh yeah, so we've been working on a website similar to K Profiles. If you don't know what that is, it's just like they list the members of the groups and they list like name and nicknames and their favorite food and their favorite color and their MBTI and stuff like that. So we're trying to do something like that for LCS. So if any pro players hear this, please DM me. I have a form. It's so simple. It takes like 15 minutes. Just so we can put you on the site so we can get new fans. And also, if you have any fun facts about your faves, also DM them to me because some of these people are so freaking hard to find any information about them.
Agreed.
It's like why do I have to why do I have to become the FBI to find a single fact about FBI? I don't understand. Anyway, so we're trying to get a website done, but currently we're just trying to gather lots of information about our players. So if you have anything you'd like to share, please DM me on Twitter.
Okay, thank you, Delphi.
course.
So before we end the episode, we usually do shout outs in the end. So, Vincent, anything you want to shout out? Can you please tell us where we can find you too? Maybe we're interested in following your games and the collegiate scene more.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, at OPQWID, OPQuid. As for shoutouts, no, I don't really got much. I sometimes streams on Twitch. It's just twitch.tv/OPQuid1.
Nice.
And
That's
yeah, that's about
cool.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Delphi?
Oh. Surely I won't shout out.
Not again. Not again.
I want to
Surely.
shout out the all my friends, and also Travis Scafford for doing Hotline League, and also the person I've been playing League with. They're very good, and they're very they carry me in ARAMs a lot. Shout out to them, and also shout out to my sister that couldn't make it today because reasons. My Twitter is DecemberOLI, or Delfino or Delphi. Literally follow me, shout into the void. I'll respond to literally anything as long as it's not weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll finish it off. So, shout out to first off Numi for being able to get me tickets, because without
Yes.
her I wouldn't be going to San Francisco tomorrow. Shout out to any of the staff involved at UCSB Esports and Gaucho Gaming, because collegiate esports and gaming is difficult, and they make it possible. And shout out to EG for employing me. I hope to stay employed. Haha, please extend me.
Shout out to you for employing John. Yeah, that's great. My side, I would like to shout out Elaine because she was supposed to be in this episode, but she couldn't because she's feeling sick, and I hope she feels better soon. Elaine is really fun and great to be around and a great friend. I guess that's it then for the episode. Thank you guys for listening to us. If you ever have a comment to make or want to make a suggestion, or just want to reach out, you can talk to any of us on Twitter. We love receiving comments and questions from you guys. And that's it. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for having me.